Damn
I rather now I'm running back with you.
Like always,
Yeah.
Richard doing
Important
something else.
stuff.
Yeah, the important stuff. Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much, good sir.
Oh, so you can see the dimensions of that now, don't you? This is
Oh,
special.
no,
this is special effects we're doing here.
Yeah, we got a arcade machine now in the shop. Yeah,
Yeah.
a very tiny one.
I love the lighting. So, guess who went to the car boot sale this morning?
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi guys. Let's see. Okay, let's make
Give me
some
that.
space.
You guys need to talk. I need to prepare the rest of the stuff here.
Oh, we have plenty to do today. So we have some really interesting things. We're going to have some real fun today, we hope. We might, well, we'll see. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. So we have some crazy ideas to play with. But the first one, of course, Carlos is always asleep in the morning.
Yeah.
So Death and myself were at the car boot sale and we found this.
Yeah, a small arcade. I have a few of these at home, but I don't have that one specifically.
Okay.
Okay, so this doesn't take cartridges or something? This is
No, this is an emulation box, and usually it's a Nintendo-based clone system.
Okay.
No, it's no chit chat. We're going right into the thing.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
it seems heavy, so it's probably batteries. And
Does it work?
No, it does not, and it doesn't have another on-off button. So
Okay.
let's open it up.
Yeah. No, I hadn't had to play with the meter. I watched the video.
We're going to talk about the
Yeah.
meter there.
And I thought this is a pretty nice piece of equipment. Oh, batteries.
Yeah.
Have they leaked?
No leakage.
Yeah, the meter is on the list of things to play with today, by the way, guys. We will play with the meter after we've done this
If
one.
you haven't seen the video yet, this is actually one of the machines where I'd say, oh, this is useful.
AAA.
AAA batteries.
Thank you.
Pilas.
Pilas. Yeah.
See.
Seems
Okay.
a bit light for
Okay.
being batteries.
And...
Oh!
Oh!
Rick!
It works.
No way.
It has a smudge on the screen, but that's...
Can be cleaned off.
Alcohol, probably.
Yeah,
Alcohol is the answer to everything.
I shouldn't be touching that without gloves.
What, alcohol?
No, there's the clear substance on the screen.
Oh, the sticky substance. Oh.
They look to be original games if you go after the blob man.
Let me try to get in there.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Look, can we-
sorry for the
focus. Oh.
It is an
It's
original.
Blobman.
It is an original game. Huh. Interesting. So it's not a Nintendo clone.
No?
No? Oh yeah, and you have to... Okay, this one fills up with... Ah, okay, I have to take the green drops, I guess.
Okay.
Yellow drops?
Alcohol.
That's piss, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, that seems good enough. Okay, and the select button goes back to the main menu. That looks decent enough. Fish War.
Sorry for the reflection. I can't
Yeah,
do anything against the reflection.
these things suffer from really bad reflections. I can't even see where
Okay,
I am.
I think I can do that, and I can try to zoom in. Let's see.
Okay,
if this
I'm a
works.
fish and I drowned.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Can we move in?
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
now I have another reflection, and I can't
Yeah.
see shit.
There.
Okay, this is horrible to film.
Yeah, believe me.
Oh.
There we go. So this ring shouldn't be there. That's the mystery substance. Okay, so it's a fishy. It has some interesting games.
Yeah.
Considering these are all not bootlegs.
There's 5 minutes of joy for Lily.
Yeah. And these are games I don't have. Because these are not these are originals.
Now you have to play through all of the 120 that's on there.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
This can make it fun for a while, because if you haven't played them before, I don't know what this button does.
That button. Press it.
This is reset. Oh!
Oh, brighter and louder.
Brighter and louder.
Shit! Okay, good.
Okay, that's good enough. Yeah,
What?
I would say this is a bit different than the ones I have, because these are
Awful rushing. Let's go for awful
yeah.
rushing, please.
Awful rushing.
Is this a Frogger copy?
Oh, no, it's a bike or something.
Yeah. what's it called? Spy Hunter or something.
Oh, there wasn't a
Oh!
Yeah, Spy Hunter.
yeah, there wasn't a Chinese menu. This was just English.
How much do you guys think we paid for this? Everybody out there.
Yeah. Okay, enough of that.
It's fun if you're 40 plus. Yeah, I feel my evening.
Yeah.
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 And because they are original games,
Yeah.
you haven't played them before.
What's it worth?
Worth?
Okay,
I
the
would
people
s-
saying 5. Doug says 50
Yeah.
cents. Too much.
Too
10
much.
euros says Greg.
Too much. Yeah. too much is right.
£2 says Paul. 7 US, I think, is Lawn Dog.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
where it comes from. It has a brand on the back.
Okay.
Let's see if
Yeah.
we can get that in shot. It's a
Well,
little hard. So it's Colacao. So this is akin to chocolate for milk. They
Oh!
mix in
Oh.
So
powder. You got this.
Did you get
with-
vouchers or something?
you got this with the big package. They have
Oh.
an extremely big package. But this should be a little bit older. I haven't seen this one.
And Seaskeet is on the money. Well, it's pounds, but it was 6 euros.
It was 6
yeah.
euros.
Yeah.
I think, how much do you want to start off with? He wanted
10, yeah.
10 to
We
start
all-
off
we all
with,
said it
and
and we
now.
offered 5, and then he said
Considering-
7, and we got to 6.
Considering the big chocolate powder bag this comes in cost about 17. 10 was
Okay.
way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's probably like, most of them have been thrown away by now. And
Yeah.
it's-
So,
How old is it?
and that's why this doesn't have bootleg games inside. Because
Yeah, of
it's a
course.
commercial product
It's a
from
commercial
a
thing,
big
yeah,
company.
Yeah.
Ah.
And they can't
It's
do
not-
the Chinese clones in there. no,
Exactly.
yeah.
And it doesn't say where. It's Avenida de Aragon in Spain. So it is made here in Spain.
It's been okay.
It doesn't say when it's made.
Ah.
So, you guys want to see what's inside? What makes
Yeah.
it tick?
Shall we have a look? Without breaking it?
Yeah, of course.
So this is a nice addition to your collection, Carlos.
Yeah, I don't have this one. So.
Now you do.
Yeah, I have a lot of other ones that you can even connect to the TV and stuff.
Are you from the Isle of Man? No, we aren't. No, we on a different island over here.
Yeah,
Michael.
we're on the island
Yeah.
of Gran Canaria.
Yeah, the main island.
Yeah.
The
But,
best island in the world.
Yeah, way better
For us.
weather than the Isle of Man.
Much better the weather than
Yeah.
the Isle of Man.
Yeah, it will be blob chip indeed, Paul. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It'll be a blob.
If it's not, I would be surprised.
Yeah.
Actually. If it's not, I'm going to hack it, obviously. And put on some real games.
Oh yes, here we go.
There we
Oh,
go.
that was easy.
Yep.
Ah, there goes
So-
the blob.
Oh, it's a blob.
Yeah, it is a blob. Yeah, I was fully expecting a
Yeah.
blob.
Okay, so we can see like the
LCD.
flex here.
Yeah.
So this is not so old.
No, it's not. And it has a module.
This is probably the
The
games.
EEPROM, yeah.
The flat.
The flash memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad.
For 2023 date code on the EEPROM.
Yeah, so it's quite new. I haven't seen this
Ooh.
one in the shops, so must have missed it.
Oh, you
It's-
see 2023.
Yeah, well,
the
on,
date
on
code.
the on the EEPROM. On the EEPROM.
Uh-huh.
The EEPROM.
Yes.
The date
Yeah.
code.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's newer. That explains why it has original games as well.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, it was a lot of work to make games. Nowadays, you can ask AI to make you one, and in 5 seconds you have one. It will even make the graphics for you. Yeah, so it looks like any other microcontroller-based gaming system.
Yeah, sadly, there's not much to see here.
No.
No, so
Oh, well.
There's a little.
it has its external clock.
Yeah, there's a little daughter board for the keys.
Yeah, that's soldered directly on.
Mm.
Yeah.
So with through hole. So
Yeah.
that's interesting. So they just botted them, not through hole,
It's SMD.
SMD
Yeah.
solder.
Kaluka, hey, my friend.
So they just butted them together and then just soldered them on.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Well, there you are.
Uh,
Add it to your collection, even if it's a new one.
Yeah, I don't see any RGB output pins. The older ones usually have them, but they don't have them populated pretty much.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was too expensive to do, so they just leave the traces there, but don't use them.
Huh.
But in this case, no. They went the cheap route with this, cheaped out all. What do you think this thing costs to manufacture?
idea how much it cost to
That's a
manufacture?
good question.
Because
Yeah, we need a different.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Thing
really
for
know.
the
So they gave them away with big bags full of
chocolate for milk. So,
chocolate for milk.
Yeah.
Uh,
Powdered chocolate.
and how much were the big bags of chocolate for milk?
From 17 to 25.
So you can imagine the most they were costing them between 10 and 20% of the value of the paying retail. So you're probably looking for about €3 to about something like that. So, but to make, they must be less than that. I don't know.
I would guess €1.
€1 to make.
Yeah, €1. But considering
That's
it
really
has
cheap.
2 shells,
And you got the screen.
2 different PCBs, a screen, and an external EEPROM module that comes from somewhere else,
Yeah.
and a speaker.
And the speaker. And the knob.
Yeah, it's amazing to see how much they can cost reduce these things. Of course, the Colacao is the biggest chocolate company here in Spain, pretty much.
Okay.
They make so much money. They have sponsors from all
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
I tried those once and it was very
It's
nice.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's like poor sugar.
Yeah,
Normally
it's
I'm
disgusting.
the sugar guy.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like the horrible thing Carlos is drinking right now.
Yeah.
This is
Fanta.
Fanta grape.
Grape.
Ugh.
I like the American one.
Grape?
Yeah, the Spanish one.
Grape juice is wine, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
It's really sweet.
Oh.
So the American one has
yeah.
the taste of synthetic grape. So the one you have in candies and stuff. The European one of these tastes like shit.
Notice it
It
says
tastes
on
like
it.
flat wine.
It says Fanta grape.
Yeah.
Grape flavoured soda with other natural flavours.
Yeah.
It doesn't specify.
It's not actually the grape flavor. No.
So strong warning, guys! If you're ever on the island,
It's-
don't try Fanta Grape.
You can only find that one in the US and special
I agree
shops
with
here.
Kaluka. Kaluka, the only grape worth drinking is being fermented.
Timothy,
Yeah.
hey man.
Then
Yeah.
you like the European one because that one tastes like wine
Tim,
without
you
alcohol.
already missed the first project of the day.
Mini arcade.
It worked.
Yeah, you got the isopropyl to try to clean the
Oh
screen.
yeah.
Yeah, let's just try. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Right.
Never use acetone.
No, no.
I had a friend that did that on a Game Boy. He melted,
Okay,
melted
yeah,
off the
yeah.
screen protector, and then the polarizer. Why does it look black? I just used alcohol.
Let's see if this helps.
Acetone and alcohol, not the same.
Nope.
This is
You
actually,
learned this the hard way, you know?
this is actually scratched up.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. I can polish it up. I have a plastic polish at home.
Okay, yeah, that could work probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
I use that for headlights on cars and stuff. So, yes.
What?
Susie's headlights are plastic, mine are glass. Same car. Yeah, stupid car manufacturers chipping out on stuff they shouldn't. Because plastic headlights get scratched up by the sand here. And
Oh, of
they,
course.
They look like...
So it's actually something on the screen.
Yes, it's scratched. It's... Yeah,
This
but
is like a plastic film or something. It's not. That's not what the screen is. It.
no, it's not part of the screen. It is a plastic shield for the LCD.
Take it off.
Could also work, but could be that it has the polarizer on it.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I have polarizing film at home, so I can do it anyway.
As a child, I used acetone lots of times on plastic, and then throw them away. Okay, yeah. Okay, it shows you melting stuff, and yeah.
Yeah.
Sit and relax.
You can
Nice
make
name.
some cool stuff with acetone. That's for sure.
Yes, polystyrene.
Yeah, you
You
melt
put on polystyrene in like all like.
you melt polystyrene in with acetone and then saturate it, and then you can use it as a glue.
You can also use it as napalm.
Yep, it doesn't start burning. Yep, that's
Okay, so
Ooh.
you guys have seen this, but you haven't tried it, have you?
oscilloscope meter thing.
You probably didn't see the video. Debt saw the
No,
video.
I didn't see the video.
So, thank you
Oh.
guys. A lot of you guys have been buying these.
Million meter.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a multimeter. It's a
With 5 digits.
oh yeah, oscilloscope, 10 megahertz scope, and I absolutely love this thing. But I thought you guys might want to play with this. So what do you think of it?
But are the 5 digits accurate
Yeah, we compared it with the
with the millimeter?
million. Yeah.
Mm.
There's also this very nice little stand on the back. Like
Use it.
it rotates
Look.
Oh, nice.
and twists and sets to any angle.
Yeah, this has a lot of features where Richard said this. This feels like a thing somebody who uses multimeters designed this.
Okay, well, this is all touchscreen, right? So if we just touch the screen,
It's good that it's touchscreen because buttons for something like this would be way too many.
right now, short the
Wow.
leads.
We know other things.
How fast is that? 5.
That's not bad.
This is in shot, so people can see and hear.
This is even the displays is as normally on a meter you hear the thing and then a second later you get a display. This is like
It's quite fast actually. Yeah.
we think this was designed by somebody who actually
Knows.
what people want to do with the multimeter.
And he actually uses them.
Tired?
Yep. Let's go this way.
Blip.
Yeah, cool. It has Mr. Bleep.
Yeah, but try this. This is a shot key I had.
This is a shot key. Other way around. Did it? Okay, cool. Different sound for
But
different.
I'm not sure if I'm happy with this feature. I would love a different tone there.
Yeah.
Not a double blip, because double blip could be a double
that
connection. Yeah.
That you tap it twice.
Yeah.
Try that. 2000 series gone.
Yeah, Greg, I'm with you. Yeah. If you're making money repairing stuff, looks like a good meter to have. Absolutely. Yeah.
Heat?
That's a triple bleep.
Yeah. So anywhere between 1.5 volt drop and about 0.7, which is a very unusual voltage drop. The only thing that comes into that is an infrared LED, gives us triple bleep. And I found that I made the amplifier repair video afterwards. Straight away, that told me that triple bleep. I get a very unusual reading.
What does it input protection looks like? Ian asked this.
What input protection? Unfortunately, I don't actually have any manual with this. It says it will take up to 1,000 volts. I mean, I'll
Yeah, it should have very good protection though.
Yeah, you've also got, if you press this button here, a multimeter. I don't know, this works in voltage mode. Yes, if we go to like volts, and now you can select your ranges from here. Let's see, 600 millivolts, whatever.
1,000 volts, yeah.
1,000 volt range.
What else is interesting? AC
oh yeah, AC plus DC. We don't know what this one actually does.
Huh.
Somebody spotted that, the AC plus DC voltage.
I said this.
How does that work?
I don't know what it does.
So it doesn't matter what you hook up, it can measure it?
Oh yes, that's
So
right.
it's automatic.
So
Yeah, hit it with the.
so we hit it with a battery.
It should be able to measure the battery. Yeah.
1.63.
So
And then if you stick them into a mains lead, I guess, we should be able to read the mains voltage.
you have one there.
Two.
Yeah, I think it's hooked in. Yeah.
I'll just check if it's plugged in. Well, you can tell us if it's plugged in.
Yeah.
Yes, it's plugged in. Just put them in there.
Yep.
You are 1 volts range, aren't you? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we should be.
no, sorry. Oh yeah, 231. And see how it changes colour?
Yeah.
Okay, and red is probably
and a warning.
dangerous voltage.
Dangerous voltage.
Yeah. A warning.
Just take electronics. Hey, Jess.
Oh, hi, Jazz. Jazzy Jane.
No,
Hi.
that works.
Yeah. What did you...
I like it turns red.
Yeah, I like it turns red. Somebody asked me, could we measure AC milliamps or microamps or something with this? I'm not sure how we would do that. How would we measure AC microamps? Somebody was asking about it.
When you have a resonating circuit, maybe. I'm guessing.
So if we go into here and then we just go to amps, touch screen, and then again you can press this button here and we have all the various ranges.
where
Look,
would
AC
that
plus DC again.
Yeah.
So we have a 600 microamp range.
So you don't need to switch the ranges if you have AC plus DC on.
Well, I put it onto, let's see, I go into AC, and then, yes, I have a 600 microamps on AC. But, yeah, it looks like you have to choose the range first.
And then click the button.
So, click the button, and then, yeah, it's on DC now. And then choose the range.
Yeah.
seems to be.
So what does
legit.
it AC plus DC do? Yeah, the best AC plus DC brings you
It's
back out.
up to 600.
Yeah, Rob, I was thinking the same. AC plus DC is probably for measuring ripple.
Yeah.
So you got a voltage, blah blah blah, 5 volt and 300 millivolts of the ripple on that. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds decent enough, actually.
Yeah, yes, you can choose the AC, you can choose the same range.
With an
So that's a
offset.
microamps on AC.
Yeah, if it shows it with an offset, that would be good, obviously.
Well, I saw some things in here which I really like. Can I
Yeah, you said you want
go in there for a bit?
your opinion.
What I really liked in the settings, there was a thing.
Start page.
Other things.
It says start page.
Does it have a protocol analyzer?
No, of course not.
It has a Fourier thing.
This I really like because I can switch off the audio off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can go to completely switch it off because this is what I normally do.
Oh, and the sleep timers. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. This is what I really like, and it actually is this under device? No. Somewhere you can tell mode remember, so it remembers a lot most you said.
Last
Why
mode
is
you
this
in?
off? Why is this off? There's no logical thing.
Okay.
It's-
Yeah,
there's
no,
remember.
that should be on.
yeah, yeah.
USB connect. Oh,
Yeah, we haven't played with that.
We haven't
yeah.
played with
so let me just check what's underneath that. So you can connect it and log data. Cool.
You can log data, but you
Well,
can't
we don't
actually.
know.
We don't know.
No, if it lets you connect that way.
I think from the manual it says, I have the manual, it says you can connect it. So on here you can store data and then you can read the stored
Yeah.
data onto a PC.
So
But you can't use this directly to
if
display on the
you
PC.
put it in USB mode, I'm pretty sure it shows up like a SD card on your computer.
Yes, like an SD card. Yeah, but you can't use it to display onto a PC. But you can use
That's a
it
little too bad.
with Bluetooth to display onto an Android. And I was wondering whether it's possible to run an Android emulator on the PC,
Yes, you can.
put the app on for this,
Yep.
and then display on the PC.
No, this wasn't nice. This really wasn't nice.
You can do that. And you can also do that directly to your phone and,
Oh, there it is.
and share your phone
Yeah.
screen.
Do you want the signal generator?
Because there's a thing on here that I found very interesting. FFT, fast Fourier transformation.
Okay.
So
Oh.
you could analyze frequency bands, and this should be easier to do with a frequency generator.
We have a frequency generator here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Milky Game, what are the best electron-like things for components? What? I don't understand your question, my friend. Like radio, DVD player, I don't have an idea what you're asking there. Can you protect from damage with anti-drop? Probably there's
No.
anti-gravity built in, so
that-
if
that-
you drop it, simply just floats.
And anti-drop.
Yeah, no, I mentioned this actually on the review I made. So the anti-drop, if you switch it on, it makes the, you know this Mr. Bleep thing? It makes it more accurate or more precise. Honestly, that's what it does. It says there's a relay in here powered on. It's an anti-drop mode which reduces the battery life.
Okay.
But it gives you more precision on
it's
that
something like
range.
full disconnect.
Voltage
Okay.
drop on the lines or something, probably.
Yeah.
It's a
Guessing
full,
here, yeah.
It's a
absolutely
full
guessing.
disconnect. Okay.
Okay, I have some of these here.
Oh,
So
thank
let's
you,
try.
Josh.
Somebody says it's too expensive. So
Why do you need those? Oh yeah, for the price.
Yeah, the price was a thing where I thought, would I pay this for a multimeter? If I wouldn't have one and I needed one, I would probably pay this.
What
And
was the
if-
price?
If I need this every day. If you're just a hobbyist, the price tag is maybe a bit hefty.
It depends if you actually need
But-
the oscilloscope and
But
all
this,
the other
on
parts.
the other hand,
Okay,
when it comes to guitars, I always tell people don't buy the cheap ones because cheap ones aren't fun to play. I don't know if this fits for multimeters.
okay, let me just talk about the price. So there's 3 models of this. There's the DM40A, B and C. And the difference is that the Model A is like 20,000 counts, the B is 40,000, this is 60,000 counts. But they all have the same ranges and they all have the Mr. Bleep thing. Now the A you can get for about €87 or something.
Okay.
The cheapest multimeter I can find on the market that you can buy that has Mr. Bleep is the Bremen, and it's a bit more expensive than this. And this has a scope as well.
Yeah.
So put it into context, there's no other meter at the moment on the market that has these features.
200
Well,
Canadian.
Kaluka has a thing. He says you go for a used Fluke or Gossen.
Of course.
Yeah, but you don't get a scope in there. You don't get a
Yeah. So if you need the scope,
yeah.
The generator's on.
Auto.
That's probably somewhere.
His auto, it's auto.
Yep, that's what I was looking for.
And this is not a sine wave generator, it's a clock gen. So
yeah, it just outputs a clock. Yeah.
yeah, at very high frequency, it looks more like a sine. So that is actually a clock gen.
That's 7.2 megahertz. Okay.
Yes, if you want to try the Fourier thing.
Stop the marketing bullshit. It's overpriced.
Okay.
That shows the
Personally,
sport.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Considering I paid 200 for my oscilloscope, and it is quite a bit faster than this,
Of
but
course.
still, I don't have the multimeter built in. No.
Yeah.
And this
And
has,
there's also a signal generator.
it
as
has
well.
a 5-digit precision on the.
Yes.
So that's the impressive part. 5-digit precision on
And-
any multimeter is good.
If Jazzy Jane, you're still here, you actually did some comparisons with this multimeter on your precision, voltage reference and resistance boxes and capacitance boxes. How would you rate its accuracy, Jane? And by the way, I linked Jane's review into my review because we work in different ways, different styles of reviews. Okay.
ZLS, I think you're on the right track there. I would say the same because, you know, one of the Finesse ones, one of the roughly €50 ones, will normally get the job done. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this has nice quality of life features in it.
Yeah, this is what
And I absolutely like the touch screen.
Yeah, I would agree actually. There's nothing you could repair using this that you couldn't repair using a cheap multimeter or one of the Finesse things. This is like, I agree with Det actually. This is like if you're using the thing day in, day out, this is, I'd say, quality of the experience really, of the use.
Okay, Richard, I have a question for you. What is black man in FFT?
I don't know. I propose black man. Just press it. Just press it, black man.
I'm scared.
Maybe there are games in there.
Yeah, I'm scared it's going to show me something racist.
If you notice, this little menu now says FFT plus and minus.
I can't click on it. So
Okay, well come out of that thing. There must be.
that's a good idea, but I don't know how to.
So
let's
Jazzy
go.
says,
Clicks and whales.
this is the most accurate handheld I've tried so far, says Jazzy.
Yeah, so that's really good. If it's really accurate, it has its uses. Oh, there we go. You 10 dB on the FFT.
Yeah, for 7.2 megahertz. Okay, 9.9. Oh yeah, there's a peak on the 7 thing. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can change the colour of the trace as well. So I know you can change
Yeah.
the oscilloscope trace,
Yeah, you can change the colors here. So you have.
green or something, so it's a bit more.
What?
But
Okay, my fingers are not working.
your fingers don't work.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
No, wasn't just me.
No, actually, that's interesting. It doesn't seem to.
Oh wait, maybe it works like this. So you choose there and then you use the plus minus. No. But I get in there, so.
Yeah, then how do
why?
you move?
Oh, ZLS, no, this isn't dual channel what we're doing right now. This is just, I think this isn't dual channel, this is single channel, right?
This is a single channel.
Yeah.
This is a single channel scope.
It has
Which
another.
That's
Uh,
it, that's
signal-
the output.
signal-
That's the
signal-
output for the signal
generator.
generator. Yeah, I mean, this is a 10 megahertz single channel scope,
Okay.
but in a lot of repair situations, that's all you need.
Yeah. Even I have a 4-channel scope. I usually use 2 channels max.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it.
Another thing,
For some things you need more channels. Video signals.
Oh, Kaluka says, I think this is more for information, color definition. Yeah.
so this is what I also like, is changing the time base, just touch either side of the screen.
That's nice.
Yeah, I said, this is what I said, this has a lot of
Yeah.
quality of life
Yeah,
features.
yeah,
Your
to
hand is in front of
Yeah,
the
to
screen.
change the voltage of the sensitivity.
People can't see this with your hand in front
I'm
of
sorry.
Yeah.
I have to touch the screen.
Yeah. We
Get an invisible hand!
Yeah, I have to touch the
Yeah,
screen.
Better!
for visual clarity, for showing someone, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit annoying to show. But I would say this is almost worth the 200 just because it has
It's not that much.
5-digit.
Is this supported by a large company that does firmware updates? That was actually
Alien Tech.
one of my first ideas here about the firmware, because I want to have an updated firmware on this one. This feels pretty much final, but there are some things like the Blackman thing. I have no
Yeah.
clue.
What is it? Yeah, you need a good manual to explain it.
Do any of you guys know anything about Alien Tech who make this?
Alien Tech.
Yeah.
No.
One thing we stumbled across was actually the thing with the Bluetooth. The thing actually can speak Bluetooth. Wait, I need to put you on a different camera here.
Okay.
This little thing actually can speak Bluetooth, but it only has an app for Android.
Oh yes, that's
No iOS.
Which is normally not a problem for us because we all three of us, we're Android guys.
True.
But
in the global market, that's
no. I'm going to go to a totally different route here. And then we tried on Richard's machine, we tried to install an Android emulator because we wanted to have this on the machine.
Menu.
Yeah, but then until then, everything was fun and dandy. But then we tried to find the app, and we failed. We couldn't figure out what the freaking app for this thing is because it says in the manual is
It says ATK-X tool.
Yeah, it says something, and it doesn't give you a direct link. So you're up to the search function in the Play Store, and this gives you about a gazillion tools that are called this way or something similar. And there was nothing from Alien Tech, so we stopped right there and thought, okay, maybe
they probably used open source software.
I have no idea. And another downside here, and I'm cherry picking here, is you only can put out the voltage or something like the normal multimeter thing images over Bluetooth. You can't put the screen we just see in here over Bluetooth.
There's no scope.
Okay. No scope. No.
Okay.
That's too bad because that would be awesome.
That's great. Dutch Linux says Alien Tech has a YouTube channel. And they did comment on my video. Okay, I must have missed that comment. I did look at a lot of them to contact them if I need anything. So I'll get in touch with Alien Tech.
Do that.
Although I didn't actually get this from Alien Tech, by the way. I got it from AliExpress.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yes,
tell them you need 2 more for your friends.
Yes.
So, I wouldn't object to that.
Okay. So definitely, guys. Alien Tech have been in touch with me, and they've actually sent me something else, some soldering irons, but they haven't arrived yet.
That's cool.
So yeah, okay, guys, we'll do that again. We'll speak to them if we can get this talk to a PC. It'd be amazing.
One of my application can see it. It would be doing anything if just Bluetooth, maybe starting how to make an application. I'm guessing this simply gets to a serial output something, serial over Bluetooth, and it simply dumps strings. So you get what the display would display, maybe with the with the unit behind that. This would be my guess.
And then software reimagines the image. My oscilloscope does exactly the same. It has USB and it sends over just the raw data that's reconstructed on the PC.
You don't need much more.
Yeah. So
cool shirt. This is merch.
This one.
Completely
blank. It was so hot today. I only had black shirts. I said no.
It's 24 degrees. It's freezing.
It's
24, yeah.
24. It was 33 in my garden.
It was warmer this afternoon. So can't you have moose sucker on here? Moose sucker would be a great.
I'd make one.
Make one.
I'd make one.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Carlos doesn't know what this is, so I'm just going to say we're going to build something using what is in this bag. Crap. Carlos, I want you to guess what we're going to build, and you guys out there join in. Have a look what's in the bag. And we're going to build this on the channel now and test
Get it in shot for the overhead, please.
Okay. We're going to test this on the channel. So we have
a ruler.
Yeah, we have a ruler.
Some capacitors.
Yeah, we have some capacitors.
A lot of alligator clips and wires.
Yeah.
More capacitor. Oh crap.
We're
going to blow up capacitors, right?
You keep guessing.
I hope
we have
button. Yeah. We
have a button and we have
a transformer. I'm guessing on the weight. No.
You've lost a bit.
Solenoid. That's a solenoid, right?
Yeah. It might go that way. It came that way, but I don't know. That's a solenoid.
Yeah, no, it goes that way.
So we have some capacitors, a switch, some cables, and a ruler.
Okay, are we going to launch the solenoid as far as we can? That's why we have the ruler.
If we did that, what use would it be?
I don't know, killing birds, I guess. or kids. This is quite a hefty chunk of
A
metal.
rocket launcher, a whacker. Actually, on the box it says it's a plunger. Can we show them the label on this box?
I don't know if we can.
So it says it's a plunger. VC600. We don't know what voltage this is, guys. We thought we'd connect it to the bench power supply. We need to know what voltage it is before we can do the experiments.
It's a fancy, sharp one as well.
Okay, anybody know what voltage that is? Otherwise we'll have to work it out. So what can we make that's useful out of a plunger, a ruler, and a variety of capacitors and a button?
Let's ask all the people here.
We're asking everybody, what can we build out of this that could be useful?
A railgun. That's one beefy capacitor.
Oh, we should get some of these steel, little steel balls.
Oh, steel balls, yeah.
Oh, ball bearings. Oh, okay.
Oh, ball bearings, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some ideas here. Alarm clock for Carlos. Oh, yes, this would work, yeah.
Hmm?
Alarm clock for Carlos, yeah. This would
It
work,
wouldn't
maybe.
wake me up either way.
Has anybody figured this out yet?
My drugs are so strong.
Casa asks, you going to charge the capacitors and launch the projectile?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why would you're missing one component?
We're missing one
Yeah,
component.
what's this for?
Well, think of a property of the capacitors.
Well, how far they explode their innards?
Yeah, probably. Okay, you're all very close. What this is a capacitance meter. So the theory is that we put the solenoid at one end of it.
Okay.
We charge a capacitor, we press the button, and depending how far it shoots the thing, should give you a measure of the capacitance. And if we do a few trials and measure how long it takes, we should then be able to project
You can project, okay.
and work out the value of the capacitor. What do you guys think?
Okay, so it works with big capacitor, but not small ones.
I would think it works with big capacitors, not small. Well, the point is, we haven't done this. We've done absolutely no preparation for this.
I would guess this one will move it.
What?
But,
Yes, Lord Dog, a capacitance meter. A capacitance meter for the zombie apocalypse.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Oh crap, this is going to go so bad. Okay, so Richard is in the line of fire. Good.
You guys wanted to do something outside. This would be a great project to do this outside.
That's true.
So we don't know if it'll even move or how far they want. But we have no idea. So I think first of all, what we need to do is we need to connect to the bench power supply and find out what voltage this requires.
How are we charging these?
Well, off the bench supply.
Because this is 100 volts.
Well, I'm thinking this is probably 24.
Yeah.
But we do have the other bench power supply that goes up to 120 if we need it.
Okay, so we can go there.
We can go there.
Okay.
Tim's, no, you don't need a spring because this is just a long winding of copper.
Oh, does it do ESR?
If the or the ECC or FAA
bench power supply.
Get the thing to 9 volt and simply.
What's the first voltage? You want to try 9 volts?
Yeah, 9 volts, please.
Do you want to connect the switch up so you press the switch? That's a good idea.
No, you go directly to both contacts here.
Okay, so let's figure out what voltage this thing is.
Yeah. Let's start low and then go higher. Yeah.
If it starts smoking, it's bad.
Well, it's 6 volts you have at the moment. And this is, by the way,
maybe
cool.
turn it off.
This is as ridiculous as solar soldering.
Well, this is why I said, do you want the switch?
But this was fun.
Oh, it went inwards.
It went inwards, so let's put it the other way. Flip the contacts without touching these too much.
I'm trying to get you on the overhead camera. I
God
think this
damn
is
it.
easier.
There. No.
It did move.
But it is
Do
wrong.
you have any current? 400 mil.
400 milliamps.
Too little.
It
So
moved.
it drew it in.
Try again, so it should push it out. Oh!
Yep.
It goes
So
inwards.
it doesn't matter if I
Oh.
flip them.
So it doesn't work. It's back to front.
Yeah, it's back to front.
Really? Should be a different way.
Yep.
Oh, we failed at the first hurdle. Oh, put the thing in the other way around.
Maybe.
No, it still goes in. Okay, so it's just pull.
Okay.
Oh.
Th-
Ow.
Oh.
That's interesting. Yeah, how is it just pulling in? Because it should shoot out if you reverse it, right?
Yes.
Ah, no.
Yes.
This is No, this is ferromagnetic. This is just pulls
this
in.
thing is magnetic.
It's not
Oh.
magnetic, non-magnetic.
It's a
If this-
disaster.
If this was a magnetic
Oh.
plunger, yes, reversing it will shoot it out.
Drop one of the cores of this inside and see if they shoot out. It should induce some voltage in there.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
come on, this feels like
More voltage is
school,
required.
school television.
Yeah, then it will just pull it harder.
Oh, yeah, it went in.
Yeah, it pulls it in.
Again? What the heck?
And I'm going to flip it around. Depends on the magnetic field there. And there, nothing happens.
Oh, yes, it went in.
Yeah, it goes in.
Damn it.
So it's making a magnetic field that
Damn
sucks
it.
in.
Right, so what we need
Our
to
plans
do
of world domination are...
So what we need to do then is
It's
take,
good for a door lock.
no. If we take the coil out and turn it round,
That doesn't matter. The magnetic field will still be the same.
yeah, but there's a hole at the other end, I'm assuming, and then it might be solid down there.
It is solid.
Oh, sorry guys, it was a disaster. It was a nice idea. Okay, so what we will do for a future live stream is we'll call this a silly solenoid test. That's what we're going to do. The silly solenoid test, yeah. So I will buy some more solenoids that go the opposite way.
Look for reversible solenoids. That's the main.
And we will try it again. Do you guys think it would have worked? So we can effectively, by discharging the capacitor into it, the bigger the capacitor, the further it goes. Or do you think the inductors would give us a
Needs
set?
a firmware update. Well,
It needs a firmware,
Yeah.
of course.
can you modify this for USB-C?
Oh.
Yeah, you probably can. that's quite valid. You probably can.
Do you think there's a diode in the making of the mechanism? Well, this would be easy to find out.
No, because we reverse the polarity and it still moves.
Well, you can
But I
measure
haven't checked you haven't checked the current, Bobby.
It doesn't make any difference.
Can you do the,
Yep.
the measuring the current? You don't need anything in there. Just
Well, it doesn't matter.
we
It
got
goes in.
400
milliamps.
400 milli in one direction and
Well, if it conducts, it can't be a diode.
400 milli in the other direction.
Yeah. So it just
I
magnetizes.
don't understand.
It magnetizes the coil, and because this is just metal, it pulls on it. Doesn't matter if it's positive or negative magnetism. That if this was magnetic though.
Okay, let me see if people know what's going on there. Do you think there's a diode which tries this long because it should be a simple magnetic coil? It would do
Yeah.
the same, do it vertically so it pulls off the desk so the capacitor is weak.
Oh, he means like this.
solenoids, yeah, solenoids, yeah, nice one.
Ah.
Yeah.
Solenoid.
Yeah.
Hold this, Rich, like this.
Hold this like this.
I'm just going to test. Oh, maybe not. With
Hold
that.
it like this.
Yeah, I just want to see if it's strong enough. No.
Turn the voltage up.
Are
We need more voltage. Can we get the camera on what we're doing here?
you in the right direction with the voltage? Wait.
It doesn't
It doesn't matter the voltage.
So many hands.
So I'm just trying to lift it off the table, pretty much. But
I have to go a bit further in.
12 volts is bare minimum. To lift it up.
You could make one of them. I don't know how to describe it. A fucking machine. That's the only thing you can think of. You've seen that?
I knew you were going there.
yeah. With a pulse, and it attached
Yeah.
like a vacuum. The dildo of consequence on the end of here.
The dildo of consequences.
The dildo of consequence is back.
So because of the mass, it pulls down by itself again. A spring inside, like someone suggested, wouldn't be a bad idea to measure, because you put a spring inside, and it pulls down as much as it can.
Yeah.
And you can measure how deep it goes.
Okay.
So you can actually make it with this. You don't need the ruler or anything
Okay.
else. You just need to mark this up, and then you can do that way. Just a spring inside.
Newbie fixer says if it had a hole in the button, it would shoot simply through.
That's what I'm thinking. If you had a hole in the other end, that's exactly what it says.
Drill a hole there.
Actually, it won't shoot it through. It will hold it in the middle.
So what would happen if we took the coil outside of this housing and just had the coil on the
Do you
desk?
think we can get it off? Without any heavy tools?
No.
I will need one of my.
It looks like it's welded.
Yeah, it is welded.
It's welded.
So I have to cut with a diamond wheel.
Yeah.
here and here. So,
Yeah.
so no,
Not easily. Okay, we'll have a look on AliExpress if we can find one that goes opposite way, and then we'll resurrect the capacitor
just
tester
look
and
for
see
a
how that works.
reversible.
Hashtag railgun.
I want to make a railgun.
Yeah.
It's been in my bucket list for forever.
Yeah. Of all the things I thought that would go wrong, go in the opposite direction to be one was not one of them.
That didn't come to mind. No, yeah.
That did not come to mind of all the various things that could go wrong.
And Paul, you're right. It measures insanity. Yeah. This is what we're doing here.
Yeah, and it measures correctly. we're all insane here.
But it was a good idea.
Lon, yeah, we tried the diode thing with the leads because we tried to reverse polarity there.
And it still draws current.
Didn't do the thing.
It makes no difference.
Yeah. That was make hole on opposite sides. Make hole on opposite sides. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you just show them the construction of this?
So
why we can't make an O on the opposite
this
side?
is welded.
Skinny says this Carlos is correct. There could be a bridge rectifier inside, which gives the same reading either way, but it always direct current the same direction.
No.
Well, you can do that by measuring the resistance.
So,
okay, multimeter. Let's
so
prove it.
I'm pretty sure this is just a coil, and when it gets to the middle, it stays there, even if there is a hole here, because the magnetic field goes around it and out on both sides.
Carlos,
The middle is the main point.
we can just prove
If this
it.
is magnetic, though, that changes because it will pull and push.
No, we tried this with the bits from the.
But
screwdriver.
it's the screwdriver that's magnetic, not the actual bits.
Okay.
Yeah, but we can prove it.
The bits are metallic in the
Continuity.
continuity. There we go.
Okay, okay, let's go to resistance then.
Yep.
Resistance.
There we go.
Okay. Wait.
Oh, let's put the lead into the right slot.
Yeah, that would help.
We've
We've already done that twice.
Yeah, look,
15
it
ohms.
reached 15 ohms, so there's no diodes in there.
No, so not at 15 ohms, no.
No, that's just the resistance of the coil.
Yeah. That's quite high resistance for a coil.
So we think it's probably a 24 volt, maybe 12 volt.
Yeah, I wouldn't put 200 volts in this.
No.
No, we think it's probably a 24 volt.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But that's going to draw about 1.8 amps.
Yeah, that's quite a lot, and this will heat up quite a bit. That's why it has the heat shielding.
But let's stick 24 volts into it and see what happens. Let's see how fast it moves. So, leads.
It will move faster.
It will move. Yeah, does it move faster? Because this kind of like comes into this thing about the capacitors. I'm just going to show.
I don't have more wide angle here. So
No, I'll get it for you.
Sorry,
This is
I put it over there so you can see.
I have this at 24.2 volts.
Okay, you want to see sparks fly, I'm guessing.
Well, we can't use it for other things, so let's plug the lead in here. Let's get the camera on the thing.
Oh, Embedded Hobbyist says to fire it out of you need to turn off the current off as it reaches the middle.
Yep.
So try very short pulses.
But it's still no. He meant if there's a hole on the other
Well,
side.
clip one lead on. Oh,
Yeah.
that's violent.
Yeah, it is violent, and it's a lot of power. Okay. I didn't have good contact.
It depends how much of it's in there. There has to be enough
Yeah.
of it inside there.
There we go.
Wow!
Yeah, that's. This could probably you couldn't probably hold this against the
No,
tool.
you can't.
Okay, okay. So I try and hold it.
Yeah.
Sorry for the lots of hands.
Oh,
No, it moves the entire thing towards
it
it.
moves the whole thing, yeah.
It is heavy, so impressive.
Okay.
Impressive in itself, but yeah, no. If the actual plunger was magnetic, we can get some other results depending on frequency and I don't really want.
Well,
Kristen says something. If you want to really measure the capacitance, that should create a microcontroller version that reads the voltage and current to get a proper reading across a resistor.
That's called a real measurement tool.
Yeah, not going there, my friend.
There are already enough of those cheap ones on AliExpress.
Jim says, and remove the outer material, place the cord just inside and pulls the current. This would be my idea too, Tim. Yeah.
If you don't have the other side capped, you make it gain velocity,
Okay.
getting to the middle, and then you turn off the power and then
Carlos, take it with you.
What do you? Okay, yeah, sure. I'll make a fucking machine out of this.
Yeah. Have you got a dildo of consequence?
In the literal sense. It wasn't me.
I didn't have any beer tonight.
The beer's coming.
Oh, beer's coming. That's good.
Yeah, probably necessary. Okay, so
Feels like one of these episodes.
just a quick thing.
This is
Whoa.
you. This is you.
Yeah, touch this and go that.
Yeah, if you're wondering why we always go woo, because every time Richard moves, the screen goes
Both
black.
screens go black.
Yeah, yeah, and we always think, okay,
By
this is it. Yeah.
So, do you guys? A lot
A
of you
Fanta
saw.
opener. Yeah, that's a good idea. I can look at. Violently pulls off the entire top of the Fanta.
So it's a good idea, just the implementation wasn't.
You had the wrong part, Rich. That's the only thing wrong with that.
Okay, just very quick. So, I'll put that.
Go on this camera.
Okay, I'll move my phone.
Oh, this has crashed again.
Let's crash one moment. So a lot of you guys saw I ordered a speaker
With a paper mache cone.
with a and this is creaking and making horrible noises.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah. So if you saw the videos, you guys, you know the original one that was all split I glued. It didn't last. So I ordered one of these. It was like €35 plus 30 postage. Took about a week or so to get here from a company in Spain.
But it squeaks.
But it squeaks. Yeah. And this came wrapped up with this paper in this box. So on the video, you know, I actually WhatsApped the guy because I was speaking by WhatsApp. I explained. I showed him a video, and he said, "Oh, okay, we'll send you another one."
Okay, that's good.
Okay. And he didn't ask for this back. We'll send you another one.
Paul, I brought the little computer play thingamajig thing.
And just to show, because people said, "Oh, will one turn up on Friday?"
It did.
This turned up properly packed this time.
Yeah, he didn't want to risk sending another one.
And this one, if we just push gently on the cone,
No sound.
no sound. This is good.
Yep.
So that company, and I did actually at the time.
Oh yeah, this is really well packed. Actually.
Properly packed. I gave you the links to. So yes, that company in Spain were really good.
Yeah, if they man up and see that something's wrong and they fix it immediately,
Yeah,
it's a good
absolutely.
company. Companies will fuck up, but if they're willing to admit they fucked up, that's a good company.
Yeah. So the link was on the video, and I thought they were excellent. And they do all.
I don't buy a lot of speakers, but
but
good to know.
This company didn't only do speakers; they do all sorts of parts for musical instruments and amplifiers and mixers.
Still outside
Original parts. Yes, anybody who's doing that sort of thing. Synthesizers, keyboards, they got all like the strange parts direct from the manufacturer. That's what they specialise.
That's good.
Like the Yamaha guitar amp I couldn't fix. It's gone.
Oh yeah,
I've
right.
given it back. It's gone. So that I couldn't fix. They said, "Oh, we can get you the PCB. Just give us the PCB numbers." It was Roland, a Roland one.
Roland.
It turned out the guy actually has already ordered one from somebody in Tenerife. Says, "We'll take the thing away. It's been sitting here too long," and he's gone.
Yeah, that happens.
Taking space up.
Yeah, that's better actually for you.
Yeah.
What are we going to do now? So mayhem.
Now I'll show you what we're going to do now for some more mayhem.
Mayhem. I think we have some stuff left.
Yeah.
We have mayhem left.
I brought something. We will.
Oh yeah. You brought something real life.
That's coming.
That's coming. Oh, so look at that.
Overhead camera.
What?
Right,
Okay.
wait.
Overhead camera.
Wait,
Get
I
camera
need
on.
to reset the overhead camera.
It's crashed.
Okay, so the question is to Carlos
Sorry for the
again.
black screen. We're still here.
We're just trying to fix the overhead camera.
The freaking overhead camera doesn't want to talk to me. We're still here. Okay.
We have the overhead camera.
The overhead camera's gone.
It has.
Yeah,
Okay.
and now I can't tell where the cable goes.
Okay.
I want to faff around with that.
Okay. Okay. So Carlos, I ordered these. What are they and what are they for?
Pop. Okay.
Okay. I try to be the overhead camera here.
Poor guy. Okay. What the hell? Heavy?
Yeah, you only need one. You
only need to get one.
Okay, a tube of some sorts.
It's not a railgun.
You can take that.
This is.
Sorry.
Yeah, you take that. Right, let me move everything else away.
Yes, please.
And we can get this in the shop.
Please.
This was heavy. What? What is this?
What are they?
That's a good question. So it's a cylinder.
Shut up, guys! Don't. Carlson, look here.
I'm not reading. It's a tube with something inside.
Take the sock off, it's fine, you can pass it.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, lost the finger there.
I didn't see your finger. And don't forget.
I just moved the comment section out of our screen here.
I'm not looking.
Yeah,
You can't see any
Holy crap. Okay. Is this a press of some kind? No. This doesn't fit.
Oh, interesting things you could do with that.
There you go.
What the hell?
And I have two of
Let
them.
me get
Is
closer
this a
here.
resistor?
Is it a?
Resistor.
Yes.
Can move the comment
Holy
section again, yeah.
crap. How?
Yeah, a new picture. I would say this is a heater, not a resistor.
Yeah. It has more akin to a heater than a resistor at this point.
It is a resistor.
Yeah, I can see that. I see the positive or the input and output from it. So yeah.
We're on ohms range.
So it's about 5 ohms. Or 8.
8 ohms.
So this creates a lot of heat.
Yeah. What do you use it for?
Heating a building. I don't know. No, but probably smoothing out mains.
No.
Otherwise, I don't have a clue what you would need this big of a
It's for soak testing
Look
something.
at the
Look what
the
they say.
comments, yeah. See voltage
for
is it.
speakers.
Yeah.
This.
What,
Why?
for amplifiers. So if I've got like a big amplifier, 1500 watts per channel,
Okay.
and I want to run it at full power for a while to make sure it's okay.
Run it through this.
If I've got the speakers on, how loud is that going to sound?
Yeah, you're going to go deaf before you're finished.
Yeah. So these are dummy loads for speakers.
Damn. And why does it have a rod in the middle? It has a rod that goes from side to side.
I've not even looked down there.
This
rod goes all the way through.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the rod starts here and ends on the
it's
other side.
just mounting. They've got to mount these ends on somewhere. Just mechanical
maybe.
mounting.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Inside.
So I was going to put these into a 19-inch rack mounting cabinet. They're much too big.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of actually literally bolting these to the wall at that end of the building. So they just open, bolt into the wall, run the big wires down.
Yeah, so you can just connect them.
I'll just connect them up. Yeah, put a speak-on connector. Just plug
How
it
many
in.
watts can you pull?
This is 2 kilowatt.
2 kilowatt. Yeah. Okay.
So 8 ohms, 2 kilowatt, or I can put them both in parallel and run a single channel 4 ohms at 4 kilowatt.
That's not bad.
For testing amplifiers.
Yeah. How much did this cost you?
They cost about 36 euros each.
That was
but,
cheap.
But there was another 50 euros of shipping.
Yeah. Oh, I was going there. The shipping was probably more expensive than the parts.
Oh yeah, another 50. Or they include some of the price into the shipping or whatever. So 50 euros for the shipping. But they were about 110.
If you have use for them, so I don't see why not.
About 120 for the two.
So instead of wire, they used copper corrugation and just went around.
Yeah. Have you guys out there any experience of these? Should I put a cooling fan or blow air down the middle of it?
And then this is powder coated. Jesus, this should be more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is powder coated.
They're big. Oh, after that deck I've got the shot there.
Corrugated.
Okay, I can't go closer because I'm knocking the optics on there.
Oh, it's maybe
Christian Shepherd fan for sure. So would you use something like a room fan just blowing at them? Or would you use something like a PC fan blowing through the middle?
Use a room fan.
What are they rated for? What's the rating on these?
It's only 2,000 watts.
2,000 watts, okay.
The 8 ohm, 2 kilowatt. They also made some 3 kilowatt as well, but I thought that was a bit overkill.
They're probably thicker and had.
I'm guessing copper ribbon something, and you probably do with the length of the copper wire you get to the resistance you want to have. And I would guess this you simply bolt it on a wall and leave it running because it's air cooled. I remember back in Germany, I think I saw these things on top of street cars, street trains.
Yeah, do you know what they were for? They were braking resistors.
Yeah.
So they feel it brakes, aren't they? they effectively short a coil out which acts as a brake
Yeah.
through a resistance, so braking
And
resistance.
this heat up.
And they heat up. That's
Yeah.
for the brakes.
Well,
Anyway, that's huge. That was
How does this look? Let me do
Whoa, yeah,
special
yeah.
effect shots.
you can make some nice dough out of this. Just roll it over the dough and get some patterns.
Yeah. It's Christmas is coming up. Come on.
so.
Give one for Julie because it heats up automatically, so it bakes,
Oh yeah, it bakes
bakes the cake while it's doing.
Bakes while you're rolling.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll get these mounted. I'll sort out some sort of cooling system, and then I'll make a short video on my channel. Let's try them with an amplifier.
A wider fan is better on this.
I think probably I was thinking like those sort of 12-inch, like the room type fans.
Yeah.
Just blowing up at them.
Yeah,
Because it heats when they rise, but blow up at them.
Absolutely, Paul. When I thought the same. Manufacturing would be interesting to see. How is one of these things made? And I can't figure this out. I have an idea somewhere that it's probably a lot of copper wire or copper thing here.
The corrugated wire is already formed this way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
I will just say...
Hydrogen cooling. Dutch again.
Yeah.
No, not hydrogen. Helium. And hydrogen tends to burn.
Helium works.
But where's the fun in helium?
Yeah. Where's the fun in helium? This company, from what they take some time to arrive. I think they actually make these, so they give you, because you got the list of all the values, and then there's another box that says other, and you put the value you want, and then they make them. So they may keep some of the more common ones in stock.
Yeah.
But I don't think I think they literally just take the orders.
They make them to order.
They make them to order, which would make sense because otherwise there could be a huge amount of stock, and some of the values are probably unusual. 8 ohm and 4 ohm might be very common.
Guys, 2,000 watt. This means 2,000 watt heating. So
Yeah.
this is a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it could work as a space heater.
Yeah, absolutely.
No issues.
Yeah.
So 2,000 watt space heater does the job actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the.
So if they get cold,
And they are quite heavy. I would say this is about 5 kilograms.
And just for the money shot, you see. There you go.
2 of them.
2 of them.
So you're going to put them in series?
No, I'll probably wire them so they can be individually. So for stereo, or put them into parallel at 4 ohms. But you can only test one channel. But most amplifiers that run 4 ohms. I was thinking about bridge mode is normally 8 ohms. I mean, to be able to test everything at full power, you probably need 4 of these.
Yeah. But that depends if it's a surround system as well. Then you need even more.
Yeah. Or you need 4 times 4 ohms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, you're not exclusively a speaker repair shop. So,
amplifier repair, not exclusively no.
So you should limit it to 2.
so if it ever get cold here, we have a heating now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it never gets cold.
Unfortunately.
Oh, fortunately. If I move up to the top of the mountain, maybe. They get some snow up there.
Then you need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
I can tell you.
What about the hookup cables? Yeah, we're talking about this.
Car graded 12 volt lines should be fine.
I can tell you the weight because the entire pack with the cardboard was 5.98 kilograms. So
For both.
So 6 kilograms for the 2.
So 3 kilograms each. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit less because
Edwin has an interesting point here. Can you actually use wire-wound resistors? Because resistors is just ohm.
Yes.
As a dummy load?
Yes.
Because a speaker would be inductive.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes. Exactly. You can.
I don't know.
You can, but you have to. Yeah.
These are part of my original dummy load. There was more of them, so each one of these is
10 watt, 100 watts.
100 watt, 1 ohm each. So you can put 8 in series to give you like
8
800.
ohms.
8 ohms at 800 watt.
Mm.
And I had 32
Yeah,
of
and
these.
you probably need to say, if it says 8 ohms, they normally would say 8 ohms at frequency
Yeah.
1 kilohertz or something.
There's a bit of inductance in them, but
Yeah, but
yeah.
It's good enough for testing.
Those are parts of my, which I brought over from the UK. That was part of my original, where it was built into an old amplifier cabinet with a load of PC fans in.
Yeah, you would need a lot of fans for these because
And
the
they were
spacing-
bolted. And they were bolted to a huge heat sink. But the heat sink got left in the UK, and the cost. It was just I thought it was better to buy those big things.
Yeah.
Dutch Linux will have more information. Have you tried using these?
Oh yeah,
for
Dutch
making
is our
WOs?
local expert on these
on
kind of
audio
things.
repair and stuff.
You can use the ohms load as a replacement for the inductive one, right? Right.
You should be able to, at least logically.
While power resistor is buried inside ceramic rectangle, doesn't this limit heat transfer? Or I have no clue.
Because you can bolt these down, so these have mounting holes in them.
They survive longer without oxidation. That's why.
Oh, possibly, but these have mounting holes. So the idea is that you bolt these onto a big heatsink.
Mm. No, but he meant the ceramic inside. So
In there?
the black tarry thing. So they usually encase them.
Tarry?
No, tar.
I don't know the answer. I assume you need to get the heat out of this.
It's actually to keep air out because metals oxidize a lot faster when they're hot than when they're cold. So
Yeah.
it's just to keep the oxidation from not happening on the wire itself. Usually enamel holds out quite well. That's why it has enamel coating. It's also a ceramic coating.
Okay.
So you don't get the oxidation. You have noticed with your soldering iron, when it's really hot, it gets oxidized immediately.
Yes. What are we going to play with now? We're going to look at the.
Carlos brought something real life.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we do that one.
I'm going to show what I did when I was a bit poorer than now.
My hand overhead is still off.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
I will try just unplugging and replugging this.
I just did.
Where's the end does it go to?
Over there.
I just did.
Are you in the difference?
Nope. Chris, good evening, my friend.
So I brought my. I actually had one
click wrong.
that's a lot more powerful than this.
Sorry about this, guys. Overhead cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a normal run-on-the-mill heat gun.
Is this for stripping
No,
paint?
no, I'm not rich now, Chris or Paul. I'm still poor as fuck.
Is this for stripping paint?
Yes, I used this to fix the wall at home that had some, let's say, mold issues. So I had to replaster the entire wall, but before that you have to remove all the paint and crap. So that's what I used it for. I bought this because I couldn't find my old one that was 2,500 watts. This is 1,000 watts on the low setting and 2,000 on the high setting. It has two settings.
Like the resistor. So
Yeah, exactly. So this is a lot smaller.
Yeah, Richard could have used this as a resistor.
Yeah, I was going there as well.
Oh, actually, yeah. Is he take tones?
Probably not. But I used something very similar to this, 2,500 watts, to do a Xbox 360 GPU or APU repair. I removed the APU, reballed it, and put it back with something like this, and it works fine. Actually, I still have the machine at home, and it still works. So you can do it with cheap tools. This is about 25 euros.
What? Looks like 5 on the flea market.
Yeah, but no, I've had this a few years now.
Well, we're going to find out because here we have
Yep.
a PS4, the scrap one. So on the last live stream, we were trying to unsolder this with a hot air gun and the preheater,
Yeah.
and we couldn't.
But the hot air gun is just 600 watts.
600 watts.
Yeah.
So we're going to put this onto the preheater again.
Yeah. We'll change over. I'm gonna take this.
We're going to warm this up.
And I have to prep a bit because
Well,
I thought you would have brought the board yet that needed repair because that would be something to show in real.
we're going to do this one because we couldn't last time. We could not remove that APU.
Oh, I see.
We could not do it.
Okay.
We could not get enough heat into this to actually do it. And Carlos commented that you could do it with a heat gun.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And I'm pretty confident that I can actually.
So if I connect a power lead, do you want a power lead into the preheater?
Yep.
You have one.
Don't kill the power. Because this thing is 2,000 watts and.
Well, it's switched off at the moment.
Yeah, but
But when we turned both on.
Is that switched off?
The other thing
Yeah,
will be
this-
2,000 watts too, so
Okay.
That's 4,000 watts.
it could be fun. Guys, if we
We
suddenly
can
off,
turn off the preheater while I'm when it's up to temperature.
Fine.
if we're suddenly offline,
I'm going to switch the preheater
Well,
on
no,
now to
no,
start
wait,
warming this up a bit.
No, wait.
Okay.
I'm not done yet.
It's going to take some time to warm up.
No, yeah, I have to prep because you lose a lot of heat by radiative cooling
Okay.
from PCBs, especially big ones like this.
Really? I thought that would stop you getting heat into the PCB.
No, so this actually reflects back the heat into the board. You would think so, and I agree with the thought process.
Lon, this is what I'm actually worrying about. Yeah, we have a 16 amp breaker here.
Yeah. So what you do
yes.
is you cover up everything around it. You just leave the chip alone, pretty much.
I'll switch the aircon off when we do this.
Yeah,
That's an idea. Yeah.
that's a good idea.
So-
That's
so-
about 2,000 watts.
Yeah, we do that because my big PGAV workstation trips the power off if the aircon's on.
Oh, this next stream Halloween edition.
Yes.
We need some spooky electronics then.
Oh, we do some spooky
damn it.
electronics.
Ooh.
Well, hopefully I'll get some solenoids by then and we'll have another go at the capacitance meter.
Get me another tripod here. This is more pressing matter.
Okay.
Yeah. Just give me a sec, guys. I'm almost done here. And then I want to make a little well where the hot air stays, because I don't want to heat this more than I have to.
That knife.
Oh yeah, this works weller.
Okay, we did a bit of swapping of the tripods.
Not yet, Rich. Don't throw that away.
Okay. Shall I do the useful stuff and get the beers?
Yeah.
No, please.
That sounds like a good idea for you. I don't drink beer, but I sure need something like that.
Ah.
So I'm doing a lot of stuff off camera. Sorry, guys.
Way better. Way better.
We have San Miguel, or we have Dorada. What do you like there?
I'm sticking with San Miguel.
I think I also have San
Well,
Miguel.
that should be good enough, I guess.
We have some vodka in there, Carlos.
Yeah,
This is still there.
I need to drive home, otherwise I would take it. Yeah.
Vodka and Fanta grape might be quite nice.
Ugh.
No.
Well, it can't be any worse, surely.
I like
Good
the candy flavor. Actually, it does.
Okay.
I have quite a sweet tooth.
By the way, the vodka we have.
Let me guess. Swedish Absolute. Yeah.
Of course.
Came with a fridge.
So okay, so we'll just talk about the vodka. So basically, my next door neighbour moved out, and said, "Oh, we've got a fridge if you want it. You can have it for free." So they gave us a free fridge, and inside there was like 80% of a bottle of Absolute vodka in the free fridge.
Because of the via stitching on these machines, you can see hundreds of holes all around under the APU. You have to cover the bottom side too, otherwise you lose heat there as well.
So every time I touch the metal,
Yeah, I know. Don't know how you do that.
Static. Okay, so this is usually not required, but because of the massive via stitching right here, you have to do it.
This is your experiment.
Yep. No, it's not
Because I think it's all going to go horribly wrong. What do you guys think?
I'm pretty sure I can do this quite easily.
I'll get this near to the centre of the heating thing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find. That
It's sort of there somewhere.
Yeah, there. Just don't want it knocking off.
Do you want some flux?
Yep, a lot of flux, and
This is already heating?
no, it's not. I'm turning it on now. So I did this without a preheater, by the way.
We'll ask what kind of foil is that?
It's
tin foil.
Normal aluminium foil. I used to use copper foil instead, but it's so expensive nowadays.
Unscrew that bit and you'll be able to get plenty of it out.
Okay.
If you want a good amount of flux,
Yeah.
take the nozzle off. Oh, that camera's much better on the tripod.
Yes.
Holy crap, this is stale.
Oh, no, it's coming.
Yeah, I know, but
Why is that so difficult?
Yes.
Stick something down the hole.
Block demo race, yeah. Yeah, same here. Even done it with a Atten hot air station. Took me 8 minutes through. So, wow.
Oh, yeah, it's squirting out. Oh my God!
So you know, you need more.
Is Fox overrated or what? Can we get a camera on that? I mean, what do you guys think?
I did a Louis Rossman.
A bit of Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to spread it out where it needs to go. Don't worry.
This is tin foil, yeah.
Yeah, it's normal aluminium foil.
Yeah.
I want some thicker stuff actually, but I didn't have some on hand, so I took the thinner stuff.
But this is not aluminium foil. This is some sort of tape.
It is tape. It's aluminium foil with a tape side, pretty much.
So if you buy this stuff, what's it called? Aluminium foil.
Yeah, actually.
Can you see inside this? Camera dead.
No, just
to show no expense paid, Luke.
Oh yeah.
€1.20 for a roll.
Yeah, no. This is the cheapest stuff you can
It's
find.
a Chinese place.
What's Dutch saying?
This is used for ducting.
Not enough flux, says Dutch.
Not enough flux.
Yeah, I'm not Louis Rossman, so I'm not going
Tim
there.
is more with me. What the fuck?
So this we need to just change up to maximum. It's on 400.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, they switched on the thing here. Wait.
I'll wait for the flux to melt first from the preheat.
180.
And then I go over to the heat gun, pretty much.
Okay.
And we switch the aircon off at this point.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're going to be sweaty pigs here after.
HVAC tape. Yeah, probably Paul. Yeah, true.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's for HVAC work. I use it for my ACs at home to seal the windows and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because the AC has wires that go out.
See, I learned something today.
Huh?
As I say in South Park.
Or does this have a...
I don't know, sure.
No, I haven't used that function yet. I'll hook it up, but I won't turn it on.
Is flux boarding illegal?
Is what illegal?
Flux
Flux
boarding.
boarding.
Flux boarding.
Like waterboarding.
Oh!
I got it.
Okay, so remember we turned the aircon off
Yeah,
before we
I
powered
know.
this up.
I just
Oh
hooked it
yeah,
up.
and disable the smoke alarms. Yeah, this is a good idea.
Yeah. We have one, we promise.
Gas mask for the flux. Well,
Yeah, you are right, but I'm asthmatic. I still not died yet, so. Yeah,
We can put the ventilation on. That's opening the door, by the way.
yeah, I know. Like the toxic fumes go to the kids outside instead.
true. Yeah. I can't even open my beer. Come on, this is bad.
Might be, okay.
Okay, it will take a while.
Okay, ask us anything time then.
Has someone
Okay.
done something similar to this when the need arises? For example, your only console dies on you, and you want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Replacement console.
that didn't exist when I was younger.
Can I ask you
My
why-
friend, can we do the important part first? This is part thing.
Salute!
Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah. Ask away, Rich.
Can I ask why you built a wall around that in,
So
in
that's-
tinfoil?
That's to keep the air in as much as possible.
Cartha says, I've unsoldered a MOSFET from a GPU with that thing. With that thing.
Yeah.
With that thing. Really?
Yeah. You would be surprised how powerful this thing is.
Yeah, I believe that. But did the board work after that, Cartha? Or did you ruin everything or just get the MOSFET off?
Skull. Yeah. It depends if you want the board to survive or not. How much hot air you can put in.
Okay.
I'm just going to move my multimeter after the way.
Yeah, move away a lot of stuff from here so I don't burn them.
Something's stuck.
Kaluka says I had a similar problem with satellite receiver and I put it in the kitchen oven.
Yeah, that's the idea behind this. You just saturate it with heat until it lets go. And GPU.
Cartha said board was ruined.
Yeah. Okay, so I've done this a few times, and one of the boards got bent, bowed, because
I would guess it would happen.
and then when I did the prep like this, it worked fine. So yeah, and that was a different Xbox, by the way. Can you get me some tweezers? I can get underneath.
Yes.
To lift it up.
Christos, have you seen the inductor test as seen on the Clive? Could be useful for checking voltage supplies on motherboards. Inductor tester.
No, I haven't seen Big Clive's video.
No. Oh, Carlos,
Hmm?
off topic. Is it a public holiday tomorrow or not?
Oh yeah, true.
I don't
Are the
have a
schools
clue.
open?
I hope not. I hope so.
Okay. The reason being, so here we have about 19 public holidays a year, but basically, like in the UK, if you had a public holiday that was like on a Sunday, like say Christmas Day, then you would get a public holiday on the Monday. Whereas here it's kind of like, well, if it's on a Sunday, it's just our luck.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have two public holidays in October. We have today, which is National Day. This is
today. Yeah.
This is to celebrate
Fiesta
Christopher Columbus sailing to the Americas, and he actually sailed from Gran Canaria, so it's one of the major ones.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
And then we have another one. Then we have another one in November, which is All Saints Day. Which is not a girl band from the UK. In the 90s. It's Halloween.
It's Halloween, yeah.
But this year, so National Day is on a Sunday and Halloween is on a Saturday. But if you look at the calendar for the holidays, it says tomorrow, public holiday in brackets observed, which normally means that there will be one.
Okay, that's good.
The question is, do you know? Because we thought
I
thought you would know if the schools are open or not.
No, I don't, because they come and pick her up on the bus. If the bus doesn't show up, it's a holiday.
Right. What time's that?
At 8 o'clock.
Oh, good. Can you just text me?
Yeah, sure.
Because if the schools don't pick her up, then the shopping centre will be closed. There's no point in me coming down here.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, can you turn off the AC so I can start up?
Okay, I'll switch off the AC. Do you want to leave the preheater on or preheater off? Well, you can switch it off if you want. AC is off.
I leave it on for now. I didn't use a preheater last time.
If everything goes off, guys, it'll take us 5 minutes to get back on.
Yeah, I'm just going to...
We're probably then on a different...
oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
If this goes horribly wrong, guys, we may not be able to get back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just give me a sec. I'm just going to check the markings on this thing, because I can't remember which one is 2000 watts and which one. Okay, this one has 2 lines, this one has 1.
Okay.
So let's go full blast.
AC's off, yeah, AC's off, okay. Okay, we're still on. We're still online.
You can get the thermal camera out if you want it.
Yeah, that would be interesting. To show you part of the spoon.
I'm moving across it.
The quickest, easiest one is to use on the multimeter.
Yeah, that's good enough. Don't go too close, you're going to melt it.
No, I'm going to see if Jack might have to hold the sandwich camera and get it back in the shot. Right, there you are, then.
I move my hand.
You may be better. Can we do something with that?
Okay, it's getting there already.
It says it's 29 degrees.
Yeah, it's not.
You're better off with the macro lens off.
Oh yeah, sorry, I can't do this any better.
You can.
Don't burn yourself.
That macro
Yeah,
lens
that's
is off.
why I moved it from here. It's way over.
120.
Where did the tweezers go?
Over here.
That's not.
No, it's not even close. When it's time to lift it up, I go very close with the gun, and then
Okay.
Okay, I think I need a good... I can't do this all the same and I'm a little closer.
Okay. Well, the thermal camera wasn't telling us a lot anyway.
No.
there we go.
It's smoking.
Yeah, it's doing what it needs to do.
But fortunately,
I absolutely think the same, yeah.
fortunately the smoke's all blowing towards that way.
Yeah.
It's all blowing that
Yeah,
way.
the glue is letting go from the tape, so that's a good sign. It's over 250 degrees.
Okay. Still not.
Oh, yes.
Oh!
Loads of smoke coming out.
Yeah, it's from the flux, don't worry.
Yeah, oh yeah, we know.
It's not a bore yet. This will get there very
Now
soon.
this is about 4 centimeters from the CPU.
Yep.
Getting closer.
About 2 centimeters over here.
Whoa.
hot. Woo. Yeah, it stinks.
What can you do with it?
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh my god.
Thing is moving.
It's got it! I'll leave the door open a little bit.
Yeah.
I squished some solder balls, but I usually use a vacuum tool to lift these things up.
Okay, well let's...
But we let it cool down.
Preheater is off.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, fine.
Okay, I can take this from
Yeah.
you. My god, this thing's hot!
Yeah, it gets hot because I have to go so close to it,
Okay.
to the work.
Okay, so we need to let that cool down and then we'll get it under the microscope.
And look at the board and stuff.
And we'll look at the board and stuff to see how well this actually worked.
Yep. But you see, I don't see any burn marks on the...
Let me unplug this and then we can move it out of the way.
yeah,
At an initial glance it looks okay, but we'll have to check if the board delaminated.
Yep, pretty much.
Respect, my friend. Respect.
Respect.
Yeah. For the balls to do this, because yeah.
The balls, yeah, for the balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did this with
For
my
reballing.
own Xbox, by the way, and made it work afterwards, after reballing. I reballed the same chip, by the way, by hand.
Yes, I've done some big
Oh, it
ones.
was such a pain. Yes.
Okay, so if we take that board off the preheater,
Yep.
we need something.
Yeah, it will be very
Okay,
hot.
let
But the heat is concentrated over here. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's warm.
It is warm, but it's not boiling
Then
hot.
here you go.
Yep.
So here are the gloves.
Oh, the garden gloves.
They're actually heat-resistant gloves, honestly.
Look,
They are actually proper asbestos. Is it asbestos?
I really hope
Dry the board in an oven first. Okay. 80
Yeah.
ATC for a day.
Well, bear in mind that preheater was.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea though.
Yeah, you move out of the way, and then you can move the board. Then we will unplug the preheater.
Yep. Okay.
Uh,
There you go.
yeah, I need to
I move. That's fine.
unplug that. This is warm, but not too. Oh, it's bloody hot.
Yeah, no, leave it. I'll move it for you.
Yeah.
You
So,
got the-
guys.
Yeah, I'm trying not
You
to
got the things.
burn you guys.
Yeah, so move the preheater, which is pretty warm. We can stick that away somewhere.
Give me a second.
Okay.
What? That wasn't yours.
Put it down on the floor somewhere. Okay, that'll soon cool down. Sorry about all the noise, guys, but you've had to open the door.
Yeah, it's a bit smoky. I did this in the garage.
I'll put the aircon back on now.
And
Okay.
the PCB is warped. Yeah, I'm thinking so.
I'm
No,
thinking
it's not actually.
Well,
No, it's not.
we need to make some space.
Nope, it's not warm.
It's maybe delaminated, that's what I'm more worried about.
No, it's not delaminated. Goddammit.
Okay, I'm just going to make some space under the microscope.
A big word of caution. One of the boards I destroyed was I took off the tape way too early because it keeps the heat and it brought out of all the resistors and capacitors.
And you thought, oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear, you thought, oh
And
dear.
It was back in the day when I didn't have a microscope.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
Well, surely if all the capacitors and resistors stuck to the tape, then
I
they should
put
be in the
them-
right position.
I put them back in the exact same position, but it took about 2 days to do that.
Obviously a mirror of the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I did manage to get it working out at the end.
You have some determination, Carlos.
I do. When it forces me to.
Yeah. So don't peel the tape off while it's still too hot, otherwise all the components will come
No,
off.
it's fine now. I know better nowadays. And the flux went under the tape, just like.
I bet you thought, oh no, when that happened. Didn't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Was that your thoughts? Oh
Yeah.
no.
Crap! It was more accurate. But you can see
Okay.
there's no real damage to the board. That's flux, by the way, the brown stuff. That just went under the tape.
Okay.
Let's see. And it's not warped. You can see that already.
We're gonna find out.
It's still hot, but not that hot.
Okay, let it cool down a little bit.
There we go. I just wanted to cool down as fast as possible. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so
Can I get rid of this stuff now?
it looks warped because there are components that stick out more on this side than that side, but it's not warped. It's nice and straight. So a nice straight line. So, and I didn't put in too much heat. I focused the heat on this, the GPU area, or APU in this case.
You need to clean this up with a bit of ISO.
Yep, that's the next step. If you get me some ISO and a brush and some paper,
I do.
I will do that, and we can look at the damage.
Good evening, Eric.
But the way to do this correctly, obviously, and not screw up the balls on this, is to actually use a suction cup to take this out instead.
I'll use a BJV workstation.
Yeah, but if you're that rich, you can probably buy a new board or or PlayStation in that case. BJ rework stations are super expensive.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one right now.
Yes.
Yep. And how long was it you used that last time?
I haven't. I've used it since I have the channel, but it doesn't get used anymore these days. There's no point in using it on the channel because at the end of the day, most people don't have that equipment.
Can you give me a tissue roll or something?
I thought I did.
No.
No, you didn't.
I'm going to use one of the, what's it called, Northridge Fix patented solutions.
Oh.
He says he invented this. I've seen this so many times. I don't like that guy.
I have, yeah.
You know who I mean, right?
Yeah, I don't watch him, Alex.
Solid. There's so much people making fun of him nowadays.
Okay, so
There we go.
okay.
Okay, so there we go, and just let it dry off, and you can take a nice good look at the board and see if it's damaged or not.
Well, first of all, we're going to look at the chip
Yeah.
to see if the chip delaminated.
It should have not.
Get the view on the.
View of
yeah.
it, yeah.
I'll do that puzzle piece.
First looking at it, the chip looks okay.
Like I said, I limited the time it took to.
Function F1.
Okay.
Where the fuck is F1? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
I can bring you guys to the microscope.
So can we get the focus? Is that focused or close?
Yeah, it's pretty close. A little off focus.
There.
There you have.
Okay. So the chip itself does not appear to be delaminated because you see bubbling in the green area.
Yep.
So the area between the balls will all be bubbled.
Yeah, the area where I picked it up with the tweezers, you can see the balls are misshapen, but that's pretty much it. There we go.
Okay. Well, if we want to see if it's delaminated, look, oh, you can't easily see on the other side on these.
No, but you would see damage.
It does. That looks pretty good.
I've seen it so bad that even the chip cracks on top.
No, this looks to be pretty
So
good. What do you guys think? You
Eric,
see
you
this?
coming around again? Okay, sorry, I'm just reading the chat.
I think this is good enough to reball.
That's I would agree. I think that's good enough. You guys?
What do you think, guys? It's considering the limited tools I need to do this, because I can use a toaster plate to do the preheating underneath.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So
right.
I don't need expensive stuff to do
Okay.
this.
Can we get the PCB under that microscope? Probably have this edge first.
Yep. That was the idea. Okay, so and this is the board.
This is the board. Let's have a look. So this would be the telltale signs.
Yeah, you would see the gradation of the silk screen and stuff first, way before you do damage chips.
Okay.
And this was because I used the tape all the way to the corner here.
Yeah.
You can't see any damage at all on the rest. Let's see here maybe. And there's something. Oh no, just crap. And the balls, all the traces seem to be intact. Every single one, actually.
I have to say, I'm quite impressed. What does everybody else think?
Roman asked,
Perseverance.
What's the crack? What's the crack in the corner? I don't know what you mean, Roman.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that on the CPU? On the board?
I know this one. This was probably Richard.
This was a scrap board, bear in
Yeah,
mind.
this is a scrap board, so don't worry about it.
I have no idea what that is.
This scratch right here, he probably slipped, taking off the memory.
Yeah, we did use this before.
Yeah, with the missing 2 memory modules here, so that's probably the crack you were talking about. I can't see any other cracks otherwise.
I'm not using even a crack.
No, it's not a crack, it's just a scratch on the
Roman meant the chip on the top side.
Oh.
Chip on the top side of it.
Yeah, let's go.
On here, you mean?
Give me a sec and I clean it off. Maybe it's just... Yeah, if you saw a crack, then that explains why this board didn't work, obviously.
No, it could be what happened while it was being taken off, is the thing.
Yeah.
So where's this crack?
No, there is no crack there.
What's the crack? That sounds Irish. Which spelled differently.
You mean the chip on the side there? That one. Is that the chip? Yes, it's a chip. CCD, but that's not uncommon.
Top right, he says.
Top right. What of the
Yeah,
chip
there is-
itself?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. I mean, okay, so I got this PCB at the car boot sale.
Yeah, that's a crack.
As a naked PCB. So it's been thrown around at the car boot sale before I got it.
Okay.
And I paid like €1 or something for it.
Yeah, I don't think this did that damage though.
It's possible. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it didn't.
But yeah, that is damaged.
Yeah, no, that's a scratch mark, a really deep one.
Yeah.
These things are hard to scratch. Look, and that's a metal tweezer, and it doesn't stay.
Oh yeah, it wipes off.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
these are really hard to scratch.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't examine this originally, so we don't know what condition this was in.
No, unfortunately, but I don't think that's damage from what I did, because it would split open if the heat got.
Yeah. The fact you got that off without delaminating the board or bubbling the substrate, I think is pretty impressive on its own right.
Yeah, I remember you did a graphics card without
Yeah.
the preheater, and it didn't go so well.
It didn't go so well.
On the top left right now, isn't there some solder blobs running into top right? Sorry.
Top right.
Yeah, isn't there some solder blobs running into each other?
Yeah, this always happens when you put the tweezers under.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I lifted from the other side, so I bent it like this when I lifted it. If
Yeah,
you lift it with a suction thing, you can keep the balls intact.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, this is normal.
That is normal.
Yeah. It's super easy to fix. You just put hot air on it, and it fixes itself.
Yeah, exactly. But you have to rebuild this anyway.
Yeah, you have to do it. If you use a suction cup and take it off, you still need to reball it anyway.
Yeah, like you get the same effect here.
Yeah, that's where I put the tweezer.
That's where you put the tweezer. Yes, because there's a whole batch
pushed together.
pushed together where there's no solder on here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where the tweezers went under. Okay. What do you think? I'll give that 8 out of 10, maybe even a 9. What do you guys think?
Thanks.
About that?
Generous. Yeah, no, because I've done this and I know it works. At least with Xbox 360 boards that are a little thinner than this, because this is 26 layers, by the way. This is an insane board.
They're giving you a 9.
Oh,
Give you 9. Yeah, thank you very much. I think I'm impressed that you even actually did that.
9.5 says Christian. Whoa.
it helps you in a pinch when you don't have the tools Richard has at his disposal, for example, and you need to try something, last ditch effort, whatever. If it's dead, it's dead, and you have to throw it away. Might as well.
But you would agree that the best way to learn that scale is to use scrap boards.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Get scrap boards and try it.
I destroyed 2 Xboxes.
Okay.
This, but I had like 7. So.
Yeah, but scrap boards practice, and when you can do it with a scrap board and it comes off cleanly like that without damaging the board.
This is worst case scenario, because that APU is notoriously hard to get off.
Okay.
That's one of the hardest chips to get off. Period. You can check around in all the repair videos for PlayStations. They hate this freaking board.
Paul says, I think I saw this in an Indian village video.
I did it before them.
Aha.
I did it before. Let's see. This has to be 2002 or 3 or something.
What this was? This is a PS4.
No, the
you saw the video.
Xbox. The Xbox 360. No, it's a 2005 or something. And the red ring of death started creeping up on those. So you had to reball it to make it work again because the solder they used cracked.
I'm impressed, man.
Thanks.
I'm impressed.
I knew I could do it.
Kudos,
I've done
kudos,
it before.
kudos to Carlos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we have one other thing we can have a quick look at,
Yeah.
and then we can do
Do
Ask
we?
Us Anything.
Yeah.
We have about 20 minutes left.
Yeah, I know. So, I don't know if there's anything to say about this thing at all, but since Detlef bought it,
Did I?
A switch.
Oh, the thing.
the thing,
Is that the network switch?
Detlef got it, the car boots.
Damn, that's a big one.
Yeah,
Gigabits network switch
this was the
For
car boot
$5.
itself for $5.
for a $5. Okay,
Yeah.
you got a good deal.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Yeah.
Even if this is the worst brand in the world, €5.
Seen that?
No, it's not. It's even a good brand. This actually has a admin interface.
Does it work? Where's,
No, it
oh, it's
doesn't.
mains power.
You sure?
It doesn't.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Okay.
We didn't try this. We just got it out of the van.
Oh yeah, we don't know. We don't know if it works
We
or
don't
not.
know.
Okay, let's find out.
It's compliant with FCC at least. CG.
If it all goes wrong and we disappear, guys,
Yeah, the usual stuff.
or do you want the current limiter?
No, it's fine.
No, caution to the wind. Just pull your turn.
Okay, and do I see lights? Yes, the link light is on.
Is it? Oh, the power light's on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, link light is that one. Yeah, active. Yeah, nice. Does it have a link up connection somewhere? No,
No,
it uses
it's
the
just a stupid switch.
yeah, a port 1 for link up.
So it may work, but we'd have to connect it onto
Yeah.
a line to find out.
This looks very similar to a Cisco router or Cisco's
Switch.
Yeah, when I
switch
saw
I
this,
had before.
when I saw this, I thought, oh yeah, nice.
And that was controllable over the network. CGS 2400. Can someone check if this is
Manageable?
manageable? Unscrew it,
Oh,
Carlos. What should I unscrew?
Yes, we can open it up.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's a given. There's no way we're going to leave this
So,
unopened.
screwdrivers.
It was on the table. Oh no! Don't give me this piece of shit. There we go. Thank
Sorry
you.
for the. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, well, you know, the overhead camera's packed up today, so
Yeah.
we'll fix
It's
it.
already
next
good.
time.
Gone home.
What's that? I mean, for €5, just as using the box or some sort of hobby, you just think what
the
it'd be.
ports cost more than the €5.
No VLAN app on console. Yeah, we think it has no VLAN. Yeah. This would be just a stupid switch.
There's some screw at the end.
Oh, side screws as well. So I'm guessing this goes off on the top, and then has 2 screws for the power on the
It
side.
probably works, you know, I would imagine.
Yeah, these things are quite robust, and if they
Yep.
break, it's usually a filter or 2 inside. That's pretty much
Well,
it.
all the
So
power supply.
the guy's just saying just a dumb switch. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good enough for if you are going to connect a lot of computers.
Yeah. See,
That
there's a LAN party.
Yep.
Now it's 24 people.
Oh, it has one in the front as well, or a few.
But we're few in the front. Okay.
It has standardized mounting holes for racks and stuff.
Mm.
So
And while Carlos is doing this, by the way, I managed to find enough computers for another Call of Duty video. So those of you who like the retro PC ones, I have enough. So that will be published, depending if it's a public holiday tomorrow, so probably Tuesday.
Oh yeah, well, we were talking this morning about old machines, and I said, oh, what would be a thing getting a Linux onto the? Would it be something you guys would watch?
Putting Linux onto the old retro
Yeah.
machines.
and on an old one, yeah, that would be interesting.
There's nothing you can see here.
No, not
nothing to
really.
see, yeah.
It's just
Just a dumb switch.
Dumb switch with some.
Are these
This
the
is a
transformers?
This
Yeah.
is a power over Ethernet? No. probably
These are
not.
just
No.
the filters, pretty much.
No,
It has some chips here to manage the data. but
PoE would be largely market. Would be the marketing would be great for PoE.
yeah, it doesn't have PoE. I'm pretty sure.
2010. So this is 15 years ago.
Mm.
Yeah. See.
It looks nice and clean though.
Date markings 1031.
That's good enough. But these are filters, line filters, a lot of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are not much more than that.
I thought they were isolation transformer type things, but I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're pretty close. They're the same.
Tomato.
Yeah, it's the same design with a bigger part. So yeah, it's the same filters you have on a HDMI connection or something.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Dutch, I was playing around with MX Linux. And I'm
Choke
really surprised because even me, the all-time Windows user, thinks, oh, this is usable. Ever tried MX?
Is that the one that says you can install it on the 386?
Yeah, this is what I was thinking. Yeah.
But we were figuring out how do you actually get it onto the 386.
You want diskettes?
Yeah, that's exactly
For 2
what I
gigabytes.
said.
Yeah.
But how big is the file?
Excuse me, how many gigabytes? No,
Yeah,
that would
I had the same thing because my mind is, well, it's only 2 gigabytes, and I thought, how many diskettes would that be?
way too many. I have a CD drive you could use, I guess.
Yeah, but then we were talking about getting the CD drivers onto the 386.
Oh crap! All right,
Yeah.
I don't think I have the drive.
USB's out.
Yeah.
I said getting a hard drive, getting a hard drive and attaching it to the IDE, but there again, even that.
IDE didn't exist back then. It was
Well, no, 386s did have IDE,
yeah, the 33
most
kind.
of them. But having said that, it's how big a drive can they read?
Yeah, but it's not the normal IDE either. You're
Well, the 386 is not my idea.
no, it had the 33 pin one, the half width
Not sure about
IDE. This is 66 and 33.
The first machines we were building were 386s and 486s, and 93 we had the computer shop.
Standard parter, yeah.
And they were standard pattern.
Yeah, Pat. Oh yeah, maybe I'm thinking of a 286.
You're just thinking of something different.
Even the 286 really looks on the last car.
Maybe
Booty was
Sweden
IDE.
has a different design.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I got my first own
With 6
computer
strings. Ah, damn it.
was a Pentium 90.
It's a 5 and
So
Yeah, so how would you get Linux onto an old PC like that?
you could.
386?
I have what's it called?
CD-ROM would,
CD-ROM, yeah.
I would think.
I have what's it called? Flash card to PATA.
I have one of those also.
Dutch, the end of life for Windows 10 is postponed, at least in Europe.
In Europe,
Yes,
yeah.
for another year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to die eventually.
So the extended.
But it's only the updates, really.
Well, it's a security update.
Yeah, but who cares about that?
I'm the same.
Old machines, USB. ooh.
I retired my last Windows 7 machine earlier this year.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It was working
if it's
fine.
just updates, it doesn't really matter, does it?
It's security updates,
Yeah.
guys.
No, I would actually propose it if
Just
you were,
don't download stupid shit and you're fine.
yeah. They could actually suggest that Windows 7 is probably, if you run it now, it's probably safer because most of these viruses and stuff
There are
use fancy features
They're
that
target-
only exist on later machines
They're
that
targeting-
can't
no.
run on the Windows 7.
No, if you want to go that road, you need to go to Windows XP because XP
Yeah.
is 32 bits. Nothing runs 32 bits these days anymore. So with any XP machine, you're probably pretty safe on the
Yeah, your
internet.
problem with that is very much of a struggle to
Yeah.
try browsing
If
internet.
you can get a site to load, because usability on the Windows XP right now.
That's why I retired my last
Yeah.
XP machine because you couldn't access sort of websites.
Yeah, because of the new HTML5 standard that's being used.
Whereas the Windows 7 machine could. I only retired that because I got a machine from the car boot cell that was much faster.
This is too similar for current architectures, so I wouldn't go there.
Okay.
I wouldn't go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we need to do something on the machine tonight, anyways.
Yeah. So security updates are for wussies.
I've only
Security
got-
updates are overrated.
I've only
And then my friends come running around. I have a virus. I have a virus.
Yeah,
I have a What if you have a virus? Avast, of course you have a virus.
Avast. Oh my god, that is a virus.
I've never told you I have a virus.
Avast is crap. It is a virus. It's like McAfee. It slows down your computer. It makes it worse. What's the definition of a virus again?
Can we finish all this now? I've never come running to deadlift, and I've got a virus on my computer.
No, me neither.
Exactly.
But I manually delete viruses from my computer with the database of viruses.
Advanced does a fine job on mine.
You can talk Linux when you guys need to. I'm available as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Dutch, thank you very much.
Yeah. Linux is always fun. I use Linux for my arcade stick I made.
Okay.
Warwick, I was missing you tonight. Yeah. Oh. Made it for the last 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Catch you in the movie. Okay.
Did one of your drones get a virus? No, they didn't. No, they don't. No. I got a nice update for this flight simulator on that.
Yeah, a good update actually. I like that.
I have even updates disabled on my Windows 10 machines. Okay, Carter, I'm not with you there. The security updates make sense, definitely.
You know how many computers I have to fix at work when they do the security updates? And they fuck up something?
Zero?
About 1,000 every time they
I've
update.
never had a problem with
No,
it.
but in corporate situations, some policies block some things and they don't update all the things. And it's a disaster. I hate security updates. Just get the virus and I reinstall when it's done, when you need to, pretty much.
You took the batteries out.
Sorry, they were Julie's batteries.
True. We can't do that.
No, you have to ask for those.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ask us anything.
Yeah. Questions, guys?
Yep. Okay, last 10 minutes. Go, go, go. Ask us anything.
Does anybody think the capacitor tester would work with us?
It would.
Eric asks, any new tool reviews?
Any new
Tool review.
Tool reviews.
tool reviews?
Yeah.
I have some things here to review. I have the short killer.
Okay. Oh yeah, the one that dumps a lot of current into.
Yeah, I have that, and I have a. Oh yeah. People. Anybody suggest how I should test this? So, I'm not quite sure how to actually test it. I think it's that one.
Okay. Battery, fire, or
That.
what? Okay.
You need to use this camera. The other one already went to
Yeah.
sleep.
How would you review this?
Why does it have a battery warning?
I don't know. I'm going to take that.
Battery warnings are for 100 watts or more.
There.
Watt hours. This doesn't have a 100 watt hour battery inside.
No, well, the box probably has my address on it. So I have this to review, but I'm not sure how best to do it. So this is a.
There is more.
Okay.
Charger. Battery charger.
I don't know if this is a
Well,
charge.
this also, right?
Yeah.
This is. Can we show the guys what this actually is?
Yeah, go for this camera. The other one already retired.
It's one of those digital insulation tester.
Yeah.
But I'm not. This is not the sort of thing I normally do. This is testing or something.
Yeah, so you test the wires, I'm guessing. Okay, here we go. It has decent alligator clips, a temperature probe, and some iffy, okay, I guess,
I'll
probes.
try and get it. So you can't see. I can't get the light on it. This is a Zoe ZT1000R.
This is just a multimeter, isn't it?
It's a multimeter. It's an insulation multimeter. It says on it. So this is a multimeter with a built-in insulation tester. Is that like a mega or something?
So it should produce high voltages while it's measuring.
Producing high voltages when it's measuring.
Well, let's see.
Oh yeah, there's
Insulation, yeah. That's,
Okay, I can see on the camera. Crap. I was just sitting here drinking my beer, and now these guys.
So it's how to
Get
review
something where I don't need a handheld camera for.
Yeah.
It's how best to review this.
It has a range for insulation here. We probably need to read the manual.
No,
50.
this is a voltage. This is testing with.
Yeah.
It's voltage testing.
Ah,
with
So bring it up to some of these voltage things.
1,000 volts. It says.
Battery is okay, and then now you have to press test to get to 1,000 volts on the ports.
Let's touch the...
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
No, I was kidding. 1,000 volt shock hurts.
Yeah.
Even if it's small. Okay, so how...
But you're right. Maybe reading the manual for something
Yeah.
like
Read
that.
the manual.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
High volt... Okay, so it has its own port for high voltage, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, yes, there's a HV port
And
on here.
E. So I'm guessing, now this is just me, you put one on the conductor, on the outside of the wire, and one on the actual insulation. And then it measures if it gets through, it leaks through.
I'm just looking at this, so there are 4 connections on it, but there's no amps, so there's no no current range on this.
It's just a voltmeter.
So it's a voltmeter and all the various, you know, resistance and capacitance or whatever.
Yeah, and
And
insulation.
the other one says HV,
High voltage.
high voltage test.
Yeah,
So-
it lit up, small light there.
Okay.
It lit up when I pushed the test button at
Okay.
1000 volts.
Yeah, there's these volts, kilohertz, ohms, well, it probably doesn't do the Mr. Bleep.
No, I would imagine it doesn't, yeah.
So, okay, so we have that to review.
Insulation testing is good for high voltage stuff.
Yeah, do you
because
any-
some cheap wires.
You only need this in high voltage stuff.
Yeah, because low voltage, 50 volt insulation test.
You can
why?
test multimeters without.
Yeah, you can.
Do this. Simply connect the high voltage test with a multimeter.
Okay.
Okay, give me that
Yeah,
one.
voltage in.
This will only take up to 600, I think.
Okay,
Okay,
maybe don't test this with 1000 volts.
We just do it with 500.
Yeah.
And do I have to change anything? No.
You're in
No,
volts
let's
range,
put this into voltage.
Yeah.
voltage. We need to get a camera on it.
Do we? Really?
Well, I think we should show people what we're doing, yeah. I think they should see what we're doing. So
I stabbed myself.
you stabbed yourself.
Again? Oh, yeah, of course. This was necessary for the episode.
So,
Wait, I'm trying to
I
focus
put
here.
it at 500, okay? And I hold the probes. Nothing.
oh, that's doing something.
I mean, maybe
Oh.
you probably need to hold test. Maybe not.
It takes a while to charge up the capacitor inside, okay.
500. Yeah.
Yeah.
that
500
was-
volts.
And overload means it can't detect a short there. So this is fine. Yeah. The isolation on this multimeter is fine.
Yep. Otherwise you would get a number there.
But yeah, you can't do 250 volts for that because you need peak voltage. So 500 is a good choice. Yeah. And you normally would go for 1000.
So I don't understand why it starts at 50 though. Because if you have insulation break at 50, you're using paper.
But is this rather useful for testing Zener diodes?
I don't think so.
Well, you get the Zener diode on, you put the insulation test. The Zener diode should break down to a certain voltage, and the voltage you read should be the
Keep the
Zener.
test button pressed usually. Yeah, this is what I think.
I think keep the button pressed as well.
Yeah, you're probably right. My manual is in there, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have one of those to test. Let's see. This is for PAT testing, portable appliance testing. The thing with PAT testing, by the way, is in the EU it's not compulsory. I've never ever anywhere here in a bar or a club or a hotel seen any PAT test certificates on anything.
Because we're on the island.
What is a PAT?
Nobody cares.
What is a PAT?
They probably don't know
Portable
this.
appliance. So in the UK, anywhere that you go to has stickers on everything, these green things. Portable appliance tests that have to be done every year.
Okay.
Because apparently it's in the EU regulation.
You
but
can
they
test
don't
high
do it.
voltage diodes with that. Can
Oh yeah, thank you, Kluggers. Yeah, so
That's a good idea.
TVS diodes, yeah?
For
Yeah.
example, yeah.
Okay, great. That gives me some idea because I'm thinking, how should I actually review this?
I leave this out.
Yeah, okay, so we have that to play with.
And we have 3 minutes left.
Okay.
Any
Questions?
10 volt capacitor, 1000 volts. Yeah, that would be cool. The capacitor will break down, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
The reason I was asking about the inductor tester is because I thought it would be another good challenge to fit one into a pan. Chris, this is for you. This is for you, Rich.
In a pen.
Someone wanted to try an inductor tester in a pen.
Inductor testers. What, to measure inductance?
Oh, got an easier one from Dutch. What's the verdict on the meter?
What's the... Oh yeah, what's the verdict on the yes?
The oscilloscope thingy.
On the, yeah.
I like it. It's a little expensive for what it is, but the high measurement threshold for, or the 5 digits
This one.
display.
Okay, so the
For
basic
voltage.
model with the 20,000 counts and all the Mr. Bleep with the various bleeps is about €87. That's cheaper than the Bremen meter.
Yeah, okay, no, if it's 80 something, it's fine.
Oh, and then you get minus the VAT from that.
Yeah, we do.
We
They
do.
don't.
Yeah.
As long as you don't live in Canada, you're screwed.
Can I answer the question on my last video since I had this? What have I been using on my videos?
That.
That just answers the question. What am I using? This. I can't say any more than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still the price tag is a bit high.
Yeah.
If this would sell somewhere around in this class, not in the cheaper class, if this sells around the 100 euros marks, that would be fine.
No.
But I think price tag is a bit high.
I think this is to compete with the fluke meters. Some people
Yeah.
say this is as accurate as a
But
fluke.
this isn't a fluke, and fluke as a name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pay for the name for
Yeah.
Fluke. The same
Yeah.
if you buy a Mercedes.
Yeah. From AliExpress you get Fatak.
Yeah.
You get Fatak, don't you?
You can put your own boot image on it like a PCB. Oh yeah, we
Oh,
need
you
to
can do.
this, yeah.
Yes, we can put your
some-
own poop image on.
Some boobs or something. Yeah.
LER.
No.
Oh, okay. What's the
Boobs.
You
Yeah.
can put.
It's a logical conclusion. There.
No, this is a family channel.
No, it's not.
Not anymore.
yeah,
It's never been.
I'm going to hack Richard's meter now. Okay, guys.
Oh no, the dildo of consequence is going to appear.
There you go, my friends. There
Yeah,
you
very
go.
family friendly. Yeah.
See you all in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.